Hey guys, T2 out here. Welcome to the Time Preparedness channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a loadout of the bag, the gear, and supplies that I carried on my 20-mile overnight adventure. This adventure was a mix between a bug out and a hiking trip. This was probably one of my biggest mistakes that I made on the trip. These boots are 4 pounds, 7.5 ounces. This is one of the reasons that I did have the blisters that I had. So moving on to the big three. This was the Cabela's Elias 60 pack. I carried on my first bug out adventure that's on this channel. I also carried it on the Foothills Trail. This pack is a great camping bag. You can pack a week's worth of camping gear in here and you can go out and enjoy life on a camping trip. During a true bug out, you're going to be doing more walking than you are camping. I don't think this bag is really designed for that. On my scale, this pack weighs almost 5 pounds. This will be the last time you see this pack on this channel. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know if I'm going to sell it, get rid of it, do a giveaway with it. Great camping pack, not so much a bug out pack. So this right here is what I consider my miscellaneous supplies, and it's gear that I would automatically get rid of. So let's start over here. Running a YouTube channel, I do carry my GoPro, I do carry memory cards, I do carry tripods. I've got a basic tripod here from Smart Tree, and I've also got this little light. I didn't even touch any of this stuff, so automatically would have gotten rid of it. True bug out situation, I'm not carrying my GoPro anyway, so unless I'm just going out and losing my spoon, I don't think I need to carry it back up. Spare freaking cables. Now I have a USB-A to a USB-C adapter on the one cord that I have. Why carry all these extra cords? The bug out portion of my bag, a little dry sack that I keep right beside my bag, just in case it is a bug out situation. I grab the sack, put it in my bag, and then I'm off. I might put some of this spare gear in that bag. That way I don't have to keep taking it in and out every time I want to go hiking. Water purification tablets. Guys, I have 2 water filters on me, and I have a way to boil water if I need it. Plus, it's only good for about 2 gallons of water anyway. A ferro rod. I'm not carrying this thing anymore. This is the 4th or 5th trip that I've carried a ferro rod and haven't used it. I have 4 lighters in my bag, so why do I need to carry this? The BioLite Sunlight, one of my all-time favorite little lanterns. I carried this and another lantern, both of which I barely used. The other lantern I can attach to the outside of my bag. This one I couldn't, unless I rigged up some zip tie or something like that. This is a little 3-in-1 whistle flashlight. I bought it for some reason. Trekology pillow. Not only did I carry 1 pillow, I carried 2 pillows on this trip. I prefer the Outdoor Vitals pillow that I got to this one. I don't need 2 pillows. So this is a NetTech 20,000 milliamp hour battery bank. I filmed 3 hours of footage on my GoPro. I recharged my phone, and I didn't use 5% of this battery. If it is a bug out situation, I'm going to have this solar panel with me to recharge my battery, to recharge my phone. So why do I need a battery this big? This battery weighs 14 point something ounces, so almost 1 pound. This battery, 7 ounces, so it's half the size, half the capacity. So this little guy would have gotten me through. Heck, this little guy will probably get me through most 3-day trips. This guy is replacing this guy, saving half the weight. So moving on to my new pack and what's in it. This is the Kestrel 48 liter from Osprey. This bag only weighs 3.5 pounds unloaded. So automatically I save 1.5 pounds from that 60 liter pack. This pack being 48 liters helps me not to overpack, which I have a huge problem with. I'm just going to pull everything out and go through it. So the Avion Gear hammock is a 2.5 pound hammock system. When I bought this hammock brand new, it was around $35. And the best part of that is it comes with tree straps. True bug out, a hammock might not do me too well. So it's 2.5 pounds that I can get rid of. Between camping, hiking, and mock bug outs, yeah, I'm going to keep it in my pack. The tarp that went over my hammock was the Outdoor Vitals 6-side 20 denier tarp. If you're looking to drop weight from your bug out bag, from your get home bag, look up one of these tarps. A utilitarian tarp probably is going to weigh 8 or 9 pounds. You're saving a bunch of weight by a simple tarp system. So instead of carrying my Outdoor Vitals 40-degree sleeping bag, I decided that I was going to trim it down. The Woolby weighs 1.4 pounds and this weighs 8 ounces. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna be sweating whenever I go to sleep. It's gonna be hot. Probably not even gonna need this thing. I wasn't freezing, I wasn't shivering, but it got freaking chilly. So I pulled this thing out and I stuffed my body and the Woolby inside of it and wrapped up in it. I'm not gonna say it saved my life, but it helped me get a good night's sleep. So on a normal southern summer day, having just my Woolby would have been plenty fine. We did have a storm rolling in, so that dropped the temperature. We were up in the mountains, that dropped the temperature. So adding this half pound of sleeping bag liner really saved my butt. Another thing that I could have done was I could have brought my fleece sleeping pants. They do a great job at keeping me warm. Again, summertime, I shouldn't need them, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I made a comment in the last video that my food bag probably weighed 10 to 15 pounds. I was way off. Total, what you see on the table, my complete food bag is only 6 pounds worth of food. I could have stripped this bag down and taken out a good majority of it. Bug out situation, 6 pounds of food is fine. Normally I do a very low carb diet, and so having things like Pop-Tarts and oatmeal, I would eat half of this, feel like I was ready to puke. That kind of pushed me into not wanting to eat. So adding foods that I'm familiar with would probably help me out more than Pop-Tarts, more than oatmeal. And that way when I do need to eat on trail, my body's not doing this making me feel sick every time I take a bite of food. Cook set and my water filtration systems. This little collapsible cup, pretty nice. I've used it on a few adventures so far. The thing that I don't like about this cup is that it does not fit inside my Stanley. So what I'm having to do is force it down into one of my side pockets. But one of the problems is it does not retain its heat very well. I could put hot, super hot coffee in here, wait about 30 seconds, and it already be cooled off almost to the point where it's not even worth drinking. So I think what I'm going to do is swap back to one of these little Stanley cups. If I can get my fuel system and the cup to both fit inside of here, I think that's what I'm going to do. This cup is only 0.6 ounces heavier than this one is. I'm not really saving that much from having a cup that doesn't even fit instead of my cook system. UCO switch, keeping it obviously. Hot lips, they're great. The Stanley, gonna keep it, it's awesome. This cup right here is a knockoff brand Walmart GSI cup. This is the third or fourth trip that I've been on that I haven't even used it. If I'm cooking anything, it's in the Stanley because it's bigger. If I'm drinking anything, I'm pouring hot water from here into one of my other cups. So this cup has really just kind of been there without being useful. Inside my Stanley, I keep my fuel canister. I carry some aluminum foil, a lighter, and my BRS little stove. I used the 3-liter knock water bags and the Hydro Blue VersaFlow. I did carry a 2-liter clean knock water bag. On my last bug out challenge, I did a gravity flow system with this. One of the things that I ran into on this trip was that I couldn't find a tree. What I was having to do is just use these two. In case this one gets a hole in it, in case I lose it, in case it falls, it breaks, whatever, I have a backup. If you don't feel like paying $20 to $30 for a knock water bag, these little bags, or even the bags that come with the Hydro Blue system, work just as well. These are my 3 water bottles that I used, an Essentials, a Walmart brand flavored water, and this collapsible canteen. All 3 of these will work with the Hydro Blue systems. Smart water bottles, for some reason, do not like Hydro Blues. So I had to find a water system that would work. All I have to do is walk up to a water source, fill these bottles up, throw my filter on top, and drink on the go. Nightcore NU25 and the Nightcore NU32. I barely used a headlamp on this trip. If this one goes out for whatever reason, and I have a backup, I'm good. If I don't have a backup, well, now I'm kind of screwed. Drink mixes, coffee, salt, pepper, miscellaneous food/beverage pouch. Not a big coffee drinker, but it's nice having some coffee. Having flavor to your water helps out. Backup, water filter. It works with all of the bottles that I have. It works with the knock water bags. I can't do a gravity flow system with it, but it works. In case I lose my Hydro Blue, I have a backup. I'm not trying to force together a freaking 2-liter soda bottle and some leaves and rocks trying to make my water safe to drink. And I don't have to boil my water. This is the charging cable I was talking about. It's a Nightcore charging cable. It's USB-A. I've got a USB-C adapter. This will probably be the only cable that I carry from now on in my bag. Toothbrush, toothpaste, camp soap, lip balm. Germ-X to go along with it. My Mora, it's the only knife that I carried on trail. Super lightweight, but yet if I need to do any bush crafting, I can do it with a Mora. Luco tape, I actually didn't carry it on trail this time, and I regretted it. I had blisters from the start of the whole adventure. Freaking put Luco tape in your bag. It's awesome. It's amazing. Camp shovel, they do make a lighter weight trowel that I could probably buy, or a plastic trowel, or just use a stick, so it might not get brought on another trip. My camp towel, wipe down your shelters before you start your adventure. If you take all that moisture that's on your tarp and you just shove it down in your bag, now whatever's in your bag is going to get wet. Of course, you can dry your hands, you can dry your body, you can do extra things with it. Another big lighter and some essentially wet fire. During my first bug out adventure, I was so mad with myself that I could not build a fire. I'll probably never use it on a hiking adventure again, but I did start a fire this time. I used a little bit of this, a little flame, got a fire going. Illuminate. This was my lantern of choice. Over time, these straps do get old and they no longer are as secure as they once were. So by hanging this on the outside of my pack, I lost it the first time I did the Foothills Trail. Luckily, I had Steven behind me and he goes, "Hey man, is this your lantern?" "Yeah, it is." Don't want to lose a $30 lantern in the middle of the woods. Luckily, this one is USB rechargeable. I do carry a battery bank, so if I am posted up somewhere, I can charge it via the sun, but if not, it's no big of a deal. I barely use these on trail. I would probably barely use it in a bug out, but being able to light up an area is very beneficial. The only items left in my bag are my first aid kit, baby wipes, and toilet paper. Kind of self-explanatory. So, like I said, I would get rid of my boots. I would get rid of my tripod, my light, all that miscellaneous equipment, and then the spare cup that I was carrying. That, along with cutting my battery bank down, would have saved me about 8 pounds worth of gear. So this is why you do trips like this. Take your bug out bag, go on an adventure like this. If you don't use it, you don't need it. Get rid of it. Now, there's some things that I'm still going to keep. Kind of like the Mora that I haven't used in 3 trips now. Things like that are going to stay in my bag. First aid kit, tourniquet. I might not use them, but when I need them, I'm going to make sure I have them. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This was the loadout to my 20-mile bug out / hiking trip adventure. Let me know if there's anything else that you would take out, and let me know if there's anything else that you probably would add to this bag. Primarily, this is going to be a hiking bag. I do have a secondary waterproof bag that stays right beside it with all of my bug out stuff in it. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. T2 out.